It's been another month, so that means there's another month of updates to the game. Let's check them out. Starting with the fact that you might be hearing music now. Now that's not background music, that's music finally in the game. We have audio. If I swap over these, you can see we have audio, and in the options menu, we have a music and sound effects option. You can bring them up and apply, and it'll be louder. Or if you don't want them, you turn it down and make sure you hit apply, because if you hit cancel, it'll go back to resetting to where it was. But as you can see, it should be all working. There are a few small bugs with this still, but overall it should work. That's pretty much all we have here. Let's go right into the game. First thing you might notice is there's again background music. Now, one thing you might also notice is for some reason the lighting is all broken. That's because for some reason the default here is lowest quality. If I set it to maximum, hit apply and resume, our lighting is back. So I just need to adjust the defaults here. So like I said, there's a few things here that need to be adjusted, and then we should be good. Okay, go ahead and just adjust it to yourself, and you'll get all the nice effects back. The other thing you might notice, there's sound effects. As I'm attacking, there's also some very subtle footstep sounds and other sounds in general that have been added in. And same thing with this environment. There are sounds, there's background music, there's new attack and hit sounds. So pretty much we have a bunch of sound effects now that I think will help kind of make this feel a little bit more immersive. If I go ahead and block, there's blocking sounds, hitting sounds. No, that's not all the sounds that we have. We have the projectile sounds also now working a little bit better, but overall we've gone an audio upgrade, which is awesome. I'll continue to develop the audio, of course. This is just the very basic, but honestly, this is the first time since, well, I did the game jam back in January of last year that I've touched audio at all. So I think it's a pretty big upgrade. But that's not what really took me the longest this month. The thing that took me the longest was actually setting up all the meta progression and setting up the starting card. So over here, you can see in the deck builder, you're stuck with the basic stuff as normal. You have your cards. Now, you might hear a little click as you scroll over these. These should be clicking, but unfortunately they're not. That seems to be a bug in the package versus the editor. Well, I'll need to address that. But you have a nice little sound effects even here. But now if you go to the progression shop, the starting cards have all been updated. You actually can upgrade this yourself now. But to show you what happens when you set up the card capacity, let me go into my actual editor and show you. So here we are in my editor. And if I go ahead and press tab and open it, you can see in the bottom left here, there's now an arrow. Now, if I go ahead and open it, yeah, nice sound. And you see I have 3 slots that have opened up. It says available slot. And the top here, we have moved the actual stats for your deck and now your starting card. So this is 8 out of 11 for your deck. So if I remove temporary invisibility here, you can see I'm a 3 out of 11 cost for the deck, 2 out of 6 for the actual starting cards. Now, effectively, the starting cards are, as you see, like your deck, where you have a certain amount of cost, but you also have a certain amount of slots. You'll start with 1 slot, 1 cost. Then you'll go to 2 costs, 2 slots. And then you'll slowly start getting more increase in your costs and eventually unlock your 3rd slot as well. And the way it works is you can just click and just drag it on, drag it off as you did before. Alt clicking instead of control clicking will bring it to the starting area. Control clicking will take it to and from the deck. So you don't accidentally send it to the starting cards when you don't want to. And this is fully controller supported. As you can see, I can go between all of them, and X is what is actually used to send cards to and from the starting cards, whereas A, the bottom button, is to send them from and to the deck. And if you want, you can always close that section by holding R3, and you can hear the sound effect, and you can see now these are clicking. So for some reason they weren't clicking before, but now they're clicking. So again, some bugs to work out. But the main thing is you're now able to set these in, and the way it works is if I now have critical chance up and temporary invulnerability, and I go inside of the game here and I start it, you'll see I immediately have temporary invulnerability up. And if I open my cards here are my collected cards, and you can see I have both of these already activated. So starting cards are literally just that. You start with those cards activated, which means that once you have this unlocked, while it is expensive to unlock, it will allow you to guarantee certain amount of cards and points. Now, the maximum cost right now is 6. I'll eventually have it to be 5. It'll be a little more custom. So you'll be able to either collect 1 3rd level. So you'll be able to have either 1 tier 3 card, or you can have multiple lower tier cards once you're at the maximum rank. So that should hopefully help you in customizing how you want your runs to go. So if you want to always have a specific card on you because you really enjoy a certain build with it, go ahead and just start with it. I want to say that there's so much more that I've done, but honestly, that starting card section took me 3 weeks, I think. I think I was on that for honestly about 3 weeks because it's had to be set up for navigation with the controller, and that took a week by itself. But some bugs aside, once we get those in, I want to get a few more sound effects in, and then I want to start looking into reworking the combat a bit. Because personally, I don't think it's that fun currently. It's a little bit too spammy right now, and I don't like the fact that you teleport as you kind of fight in melee range. So that I think will be addressed. And also have some other interesting ideas on how to possibly change some things up. But if you like what you saw and you want to try it out for yourself, the package for the build will be available on my Patreon, where you can join these wonderful people here in supporting what I do. It really means a lot. If you'd like to join the community, the link to the Discord will be down in the description below. If you do end up trying it, please give feedback. It really helps. And we can implement them and make the game amazing. Now, this is pretty much about a year since I started working on this part-time, so thank you guys for all the support in this past year, and check out this video right here for some more awesome Unreal stuff.